Hello everyone. Today we're gonna show you how to resize photos on a Mac using Preview. You don't need any special software. Preview is already installed in your computer. So let's go and get started. So basically, let's assume we have a folder full of pictures. You're gonna open it, and basically these are the photos that you want to resize. And just to see the size of the photos, we're gonna right click and get info here. So basically, if you open the more info tab, I'm not sure why it's not focusing. There we go. If you open the more info tab, you're gonna see the dimensions of 6,000 by 4,000. That is huge. And sometimes if you're working with WordPress and you try to use this photo, and it's going to tell you the photo is too large and you get stuck and you don't know where to go. And long story short, you want to resize it. So let's show you how to do that. So to resize a photo, you just open it, and it's going to open with, it opened over here. It's going to open with this program called Preview. Now I'm going to move this guy over to here. Now Preview is already installed, like I mentioned, and if it opens with any other software and you want it to open with Preview, I'll show you how to do that. I'm just going to close out of this one first. You right click and then open with Preview, which is the default. All right, so to resize it, you just need to click on Tools, Adjust Size. Now you have a bunch of information. So you'll see here that you have, this is the actual size that you have right now. And if you go by percentage, I find this easiest way. If you want it for WordPress, ideally you want it around 1200 pixels by something. So let's try 20%. Oh, look at that. So 20% of 6,000 is 1200. So that looks, oh, actually, I didn't know about this. You can click through this to know other facts. Anyways, that looks good to me. And let's hit OK. Now it's going to look really small here, but don't worry. If you click Command 0, I believe, it will resize it to the actual size. So this is really what it is right now. So to save this, all you have to do is go here, save, or click Command S. Now I'm using a Microsoft keyboard, but this is the command here. Command S to save. Now if you close this guy, and now if we see the size, it's 453, which is really good. And if we look at the get info, we'll see that it has went from 6,000 to 800. So we can actually use this on WordPress now. Now let's say that you want to resize a bunch of photos, like you don't want to do this process over and over and over. There's actually a good way to do it. All you have to do is, now we already selected this first one. So we're going to just select all the photos that we want to resize, and then right click. And then we want to open with Preview. And it went ahead and opened it over here. So let's just move that over. Now you'll see all the photos here. Now what's cool about Preview is that you can do the resize all together. So what you have to do is select them all. So you can go to Edit, select all, which is going to select everything that you have opened, or you can do Command A to select all. And now that you have them selected, do the same thing. Go to Tools, Adjust Size, and then now this time let's try something different. Let's try with pixels. We want to make them the same as the previous ones, so we'll just go ahead and do a 1200 by 800. And there we go. Now if you remove this lock button, it won't keep the dimensions in an aspect ratio. So if you want 1200 by something different, like 1300, it will allow you to do that. But if we have 1200 and we have this locked, if we try to do 1300, it's going to be something different than 800. This keeps it nice and square, not square, like the original dimensions. We'll go back to 1200. Okay, let's hit OK. Now you'll see that it's going to go through them all. Depending on how many you have, that's how much it's going to take. Now that they're all resized, except maybe for this one, we can double check if it's resized or not. We can go to Tools, Adjust Size again, and we can see actually it's 1200, so it's resized. Anyways, now let's save them all. So I'm gonna hit Command S to save, and sorry about that. And now let's close out. You can hit Command S or you can just close it and it's gonna prompt you to save. So let's just close. As you can see here, that's it's doing some saving. And it looks like we missed one. I can see it from the size of this one. It's huge. I don't know if we... Oh, I forgot the bird. All right, let's do the bird as a practice. And I'm gonna open it with preview. So to get that menu, you have to right-click, just in case I missed that. Okay, Mr. Bird. Remember the process. Go to Tools, Adjust Size, and then if you want to edit in pixel percentage, you can just change from here. I'm gonna go to 20% again. Okay. All right, save. I hit Command S, and then I'm gonna close it, and there we go. We have them all resized. Now, let's say that now it's really hard to go back to the original ones. You can't actually. So once you resize them, they're resized. You can't go back. So it's always a good option. It's always a good practice to actually make a copy. Fortunately, I have copies of these, so I haven't lost the full resolution yet. And if you're wondering what camera I used for this photo shoot, I'll use this guy, the Sony, and this lens. Anyways, hope you liked it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, comment, and if you have a question, let me know. If you want to learn more about Mac or anything else, shoot me a comment. I'll upload a video. I have a lot of time in my hand. All right, take care, guys. See ya.